Hi, my name's Charles. I'd like to welcome you to ShopFreeMart's YouTube channel. If it's your first time, please subscribe. If you like our broadcast, give us a big thumbs up, and more importantly, share us with your friends, your family, and your contacts. So without further ado, let's move on to today's broadcast.
First, I want to tell you a little bit about John Austin, the founder of ShopFreeMart. John is a certified nutritionist, health researcher, and author of several books on health and nutrition, and a man of vision. Besides that, he has been an effective business builder, and he has launched ShopFreeMart with a new philosophy in business that is available to everyone. It includes a member shopping club that is free to join with a profit-sharing plan that sets us apart from all other companies. Why? Well, you heard a little bit of that from Elaine, because ShopFreeMart shares up to 100% of its profits with members who refer new business to ShopFreeMart. You get rewarded when you share the opportunity, when you share the products, when you share the love. ShopFreeMart is an exciting, life-changing opportunity. We have a very simple plan, and we hope that you get as excited about the possibilities as we are. I've been a member of ShopFreeMart for almost 3 years. It's coming up this month, and one of the amazing things I have experienced along the way is that just when it seems like this is the best thing going, there's an announcement. Wait, there's still more. And guess what? It still gets better. And they let us know about something that is good for us, like a bonus, an improved bonus plan, another new product that's coming, a simplified comp plan, another reason for us to go out and share the love and maybe save a life. We get 2 free websites and over 20 landing pages, and there is a back office with training and resources and connections for social media, all for free when you become a member for free. There's also personal training and personal growth and breakthrough training and social media training. It's all back there and available either within the back office or as a product that we have to offer. Here's a key point from my experience with ShopFreeMart. The products are pure, concentrated products, not mainly water like so many other products out there. The products really work. They really help people, including me. I've heard some amazing stories from so many people on our calls. That's why I've been on virtually every call for 3 years, okay? That's a lot of calls to listen to. The business works too, and people are excited. Because of this, I feel safe. You know, in a lot of companies, when I've looked at what their compensation, on most companies, I just flat out refuse because horrible compensation plans, no real information on products, red flags all over the place. But I feel safe and actually thrilled to share both the products and the business opportunity here with people I know and also with people I meet. And Joy and I, they talk about the 3-foot rule. Well, my lovely wife Joy and I have more like the 10-foot rule, 20-foot rule, whatever it is. If you're within vision or auditory range. I was actually talking to a person when I was in the pool at the Marriott one year, and he was a photographer taking pictures of people, and I was talking to him about the V card. So it's fun. You have fun with this because we're bringing health and wealth and some financial stability to people all around the world. Here's one of my favorite tools to share. It's an amazing online book titled Causes of Over 200 Diseases. Now, I hope you got a pen and paper, okay? So you're going to go to this website that I'm going to give you. It's www.200diseases.com. So that's the number 200. So that's 200diseases.com. This book could change your life and the lives of those you love and care about and those people that you meet. I've had a number of people have wanted to print the whole book. I said, it's over 850 pages, okay? Use it as a reference because it's a living book. by Dr. Wheaton. And I say it's a living book because he's constantly adding to it and tweaking it and integrating new products into the information in there so people know. When I tell people basically, this gets down to the root cause, the real cause of diseases, and also natural solutions to help you get away from those causes, okay? So we're going to go into a couple things today. One of the things we talk about is the key causes of disease, And so we refer to a few of those, okay? Dehydration, low oxygen, mineral and nutritional deficiencies, and toxicity. These are key elements that if you're experiencing them can basically have your body out of balance, out of control, out of homeostasis, and then struggling to just keep it functioning as opposed to thriving and having optimal health. So one of our products, hydration drops, concentrate, I'm just going to go over a few items on a couple of things here. Good health begins with good hydration. The smaller particle size that we have, that the water, when you treat a gallon with 6 drops of hydration drops, okay, it actually lowers the surface tension, and that promotes exceptional intracellular hydration. And that readily helps the water, basically, in your system, readily enter and exit the cells. So you're hydrating the system in an optimal way, and also when it goes in, guess what? It's got to go out. So you're actually detoxing every cell, tissue, and organ in the body with that. It's an excellent for transporting nutrients into the cells and, again, expelling metabolic waste out of the cells. So that's the hydration drops, and everyone needs that. We have stories galore with people who have ended up in the emergency room and they're dehydrated, okay? I had when I'd taken my mother one time to get a blood test, a simple blood test, they could not get a needle in her at that point in time anywhere. And they said, go home and, have her drink some water. She hated to drink water, okay, so that we could have her come back this afternoon. And then she was able to do that afternoon when I went back. If we had had hydration drops, it would have been much easier. She probably wouldn't have had the problem in the first place there. But in the afternoon, we also had a person who was much more skilled at getting into those fine places, basically the veins, to basically get blood out with that. But we want to be thriving, so we want to be fully hydrated throughout the day, every day, and getting nutrients into the cells. I'm going to talk just a few minutes about a few of the other key products that we have going here. One of the ones I love, and I got a number of people who love, other members who love, is Sugar D, okay? It helps with shedding excess weight, but that's not all, okay? It helps control sweet cravings. David from Montana has a great story with German chocolate cake with that. It supports healthy blood sugar. It supports healthy blood. It's 100% food nutrients, and the ingredients are wild-crafted foods and food complexes. There's no stimulants or synthetic nutrients. Most products that are out there on the market are pumping you full of caffeine and other ingredients, basically, they're achieving weight loss by speeding up the heart. Well, I don't know about you, but, a little bit might be okay, but speeding up consistently on a daily basis isn't what I want, because what happens when the people stop taking those products? Guess what? The weight comes back because your whole body function goes back to normal. In fact, you'll find in a lot of cases the body will, again, normalize when you're taking a stimulant like that. It'll get used to it, it'll normalize, and it's not effective anymore with that. That's why Sugar D, with the wild-crafted foods and food complexes, is so effective. There is so much information on that on the website, and I've had a couple of people who've been on it, and dramatically, one person dropped 20 pounds. Okay, that was actually 10% of his body weight. he dropped with using Sugar D. But along with it, his blood pressure came down and his blood sugar came down, all numbers that were essential to his health with that. One of my favorite products to share with people. Decal Boron. Wow, what a product, okay? It actually, we use that a lot topically, so you take it and you can put it under your tongue, and that can go in and that can have an impact throughout your body, on your joints, and a lot of different things. Again, you got to go to the website. You got to take the time to read about it. Go to products, click on read more, and read about these products, because you read about these, and all of a sudden, guess what? You know enough to be able to share them with other people, or even possibly try them yourself. I've used all of these products, okay? And I use a lot of them on a daily basis with this. So Decal Boron may help increase concentration and brain function. Maybe you want to take it before you start reading so you remember what you read. It can help reverse arthritis. This is from the website, okay? So it's basically issues with your joints. Strengthens bones, balances hormones, promotes healthy muscle mass, prevents and treats yeast infections, heals skin and prevents infections, inhibits the formation of biofilms. And I can tell you 99.5% of the people don't even know what a biofilm is, okay? So read about it so that you understand that actually forms a coating that protects things that are bad for us, okay? And it makes it impermeable to our immune system. So if we can stop the formation of those biofilms, guess what? Things that are bad for us, I can't make those comments, okay, with what they are in this case. Go read about it. May never even happen with that. And it also fights diabetes with that. Here's the exciting thing that we have found with this, is topical application. We've had a number of people, we use it topically all the time for different uses. I'm going to have Joy come on here in a minute to share some of her experiences with that. But we have a lot of fun sharing the product with people, because you can actually put it on their knees, put it on their fingers, put it on the joints, and they will have a positive experience. I was being interviewed on our local radio station. During the commercial, they have a commercial, and then they'll do a little interview with me about one of the health meetings that I put on. And so the lady said she had a lot of pain in her body. And so I said, well, what hurts now? Because that's a key question. You know, if it's not hurting now, you're not necessarily going to show anything with if you put it on. So she said the two joints on her thumb. So I put 3 drops on each joint. She took the other thumb and laid it over it and rubbed the joints, 2 joints of the 2 thumbs together for a minute. She laid out her hands, palms up flat, put her thumbs over her palm, and looked at me and said, "Can I get that in a 55-gallon drum?" I mean, that was minutes. And we've done that on people's knees with things like that. One of our friends he basically had discomfort in his arm every night, the arm, the muscle area, that woke him up from his sleep, and then he couldn't get back to sleep. And there was nothing diagnosed with that. So I had his wife put on some Pure Mag, which works out great with the decal, Pure Mag, and some Decal Boron. And we actually tried it during the day there, and we tried it on his knee, and he got up and walked. He was using a walker, and that night he went out without a walker, without a cane, and walked, because it didn't hurt to walk anymore, okay? But I told him, put it on tonight when he goes to sleep. He slept through the night. Hasn't woken up since during the night with that discomfort in the arm. I mean, you get to try these things. You try them on a trigger finger if someone has a trigger finger. I mean, it's basically a locked joint. If that can go in and impact any calcium deposits that are in that joint, and you can relieve discomfort, you know, people will see you've got something here that is amazing, that isn't just masking pain with drugs, okay, that can have a lot of other side effects. It can be helping in directly with the area that has that problem. Internally, it's going to work for the whole body, okay? But topically in a local area, you can, when a person can see a response like that quickly, just amazing. I met my daughter and son-in-law down in Disney, and my daughter could hardly walk. And she said, Dad, my foot hurts, okay, heel hurts, my calf hurts. They gave me inserts for my shoe, okay, and that cramped my calf, and my knee's bothering me. So I had her husband put on 10 drops of Pure Mag and Decal Boron on her heel, on her calf, and then on her knee. She put her socks on, put her sneaks on, and as she's walking out the door, she said, Dad, I can feel a difference already. She walked 6 miles that night. She was having difficulty walking 100 yards, okay? 6 miles. And her husband put it on when we got back that night, put it on the next day, and she walked another 6 miles the next day. Those products work. They definitely work with that. I'm going to open up Joy's line here right now. Make sure you're unmuted, Joy, and have her share some of her experience with the Decal Boron.
Okay. Hi, this is Joy, and welcome to everybody on the line. Decal Boron is one of my most favorite of the ShopFreeMart products. I've shared a number of times how it's helped with pain, like I was experiencing pinched nerve in my neck for years, and then sometimes I get pain through my shoulder. And by applying, I use it with the magnesium too because they work together. But I have used the Decal Boron by itself, and it still works well. So if you don't have the mag, but I would put that on my shoulder. One morning I couldn't lift my arm over my head. I applied the Decal Boron, and it wasn't even 2 or 3 minutes. I was running through the living room, swinging my arm in a circle like I was throwing a baseball because I wanted to show Richard what the product had just done for me. The other thing that a lot of times people may not think of is if you have a toothache, okay, you can put it right on the toothache and take it away. Now, like Richard says, you have to experiment for yourself. We're not saying, that this treats or cures or anything else. So just to tell you how that's worked for my teeth, in August was my birthday. In September, the beginning was Richard's birthday. We went on a vacation for a week in Orlando. So guess what? I'm not a sugar eater, but we started consuming sugar when we went out to eat. I did. And I noticed it was causing a little bit of twinge in one of my teeth. Like I could feel pain coming on, and I did not want that to develop into an issue that I had to go to the dentist, and probably he would say, pull your tooth out, okay, or root canal or whatever. So I started applying the Decal Boron, and guess what? It's gone, totally gone. And so I just praise God for these products and the benefits we receive from them. And if you were to ask me what is my favorite, Decal Boron is one of them. There's so many good ones. So back to you, Richard.
Thank you. And I'm going to just put Joy basically on front. She doesn't know about this yet, but we hadn't talked about it. But I would say about 8 times out of 10, when Joy and I would go to any restaurant out there, she would end up sick from some sort of MSG or something that was in the food. And and they'll tell you they don't put it in the food, but if they put it in the seasoning, it's very often in the seasoning. Joy, we went out almost every day this time, okay? And we went to restaurants that typically you might feel an effect on. but we've been taking the living minerals. And I know I don't think you mentioned once at all that you felt like you had an effect by MSG. What do you think?
No, I didn't. And you know, that is the other major product that we have experienced major things. The other thing, Richard, was I couldn't go in a public swimming pool before because of the chlorine. It would give me instant headaches, make me feel sick. And so I doubled and even tripled up on my doses of living minerals during that time. I had no problem at all, none, because it's one of the best detoxifiers that you can find on the face of the earth. So, you know, if you and there's nothing under the product that says it helps with, you know, if you eat too much sugar, but I'm going to tell you, it helps me. It definitely helps me if I eat too much sugar. And so, you know, you have to find what works for you. Sugar D works for me. I'm sorry, not Sugar D, the living minerals. So back to you, Richard.
Thank you, Joy. She had so much fun. She was my kid. in the hot tub. They had the jets going. So, you know, basically she's very petite, 5'7", but very petite, and the force of the flow was like a water slide taking her around the hot tub. So it was fun to watch her enjoy the hot tub and the pool, which basically every other time we've been there before, it made her sick. So, and the big difference here has been the living minerals, and that's been explained that basically it goes in and marks things that are bad for the body and helps the body get rid of it. What better thing could you have going than that, right? Thank you, Joy. Appreciate you for that. The other thing, one of the other products that we talk about a little bit here, but nanocards, okay? When I first heard about those, I said, yeah, I'd even put them on my sheet that I use to talk about, because I thought, okay, this is just woo-woo stuff here. We're not going to, I don't know where they got this. But then I had heard a testimonial by Denny at that point, how the shoes that he wore out of, you know, basically caused high discomfort level in his feet, so high that as soon as he walked in the house, he took them off. Well, he got the nano cards and he put one in each shoe, and he was out for 8 hours that day, came home, and his wife came into the office where he was sitting, and she said, "You've still got your shoes on. Why?" His shoes didn't bother him anymore. And I said, okay, there's something really here. And I ordered them and started using them. Yeah, so I have a pair in my shoes, one in each shoe, and I'll put them in different pockets at a time. Or if I've got some discomfort in the back, I'll have Joy tape one to a shirt and just have it hang there, put it under the pillows at night. But we've had so many people. We've had people whose fingers were locked up, and they're just one lady was locked up, and she held the card there in her hand, and it was about 10 minutes later we took the card off, and the finger was totally, she could bend it without any problem. And here's the funny thing, though. It's been over 2.5 years, and it never came back and bothered her again. I mean, another friend of mine had a pain in her back, and she said, you know, what's causing my pain there? And I said, I don't know, just hold the card there. She held it there about 5 minutes. They had to leave and go bowling. I said, you want to take the card with you? And she said, no, the pain's gone. And that was basically 2.5 years ago, almost 3 years ago, coming up here, and never had the pain back there again. So I don't know what's going on all the time with these things, but I can tell you they work such a high percentage of the time that you can put it on a person's knee, a person's hand. I've had it held, a person hold it on their the front, the side, and the back of their shoulder. Okay, they had a lot of discomfort there. You know, 10 minutes later, you know, they're making like they're throwing a softball overhand. Okay, which they couldn't do before because of the discomfort. So try these types of products. It gives you the ability to experiment with people, see if you can make a difference in how they're feeling with some of the discomfort in their body. And believe me, once a person, well, there's a saying out there, people will do more to avoid pain than to seek pleasure, okay? And that's not just in physical pain, but that's in mental, emotional, and challenges and breakthroughs. That's why we have Dr. Breakthrough with all the help for that, to get out and go beyond, and also the Leaders to Legends to encourage you to go beyond your comfort zone with that there. But from a physical standpoint, wow, these nano cards have just blown me away with how much they help the body with that. I'm just going to quickly go into the hydration drops. And we have a lot of third-party information out there about how the dehydration affects your brain function. Okay, this particular document's coming from Dr. Mercola, but he talks about how your brain can actually shrink in size when it's dehydrated. Okay, huge difference with that. About 3/4 of your brain is water, and when dehydrated, your brain actually shrinks in volume. The shrinking is what causes a dehydration headache. Okay. So most of the time you can start to hydrate yourself, and our body gets hydrated so much better with the hydration drops that you want to use them. We use them in our water all the time, okay? Even mild or temporary dehydration can alter your brain function and impact your mood, okay? That was a 2013 study that showed that. It could impair your driving ability. The fact that your cognitive functions take a hit and your ability to concentrate declines can have serious ramifications when you're behind the wheel. And they basically showed that the level of so when drivers didn't drink, so they drank about 0.8 of an ounce, okay, of water versus 6.7 ounces every hour, okay? Those people were driving equivalent to someone who is drunk, okay, the ones that were dehydrated. Man, you want to be hydrated when you're on the wheel. And if you got to stop someplace, well, you get to know where they got clean bathrooms, okay? But if you want to be safer, okay, and functioning better behind the wheel, drink the water, okay, and drive, and find a place to stop along the way if you get to a point where you got too much, you're going through the system there. Joy and I laugh about that all the time, but that's part of life with all of that. But so much. During the normal hydration test, there were 47 driving errors. The number rose to 101 when men were dehydrated. The same mistake rate as when drivers were either sleep deprived or at the drink drive limit. The researchers think dehydration leads to reduced brain activity as well as a drop in alertness and short-term memory. Wow. You may save not only your life but someone else by just being dehydrated, okay? We're having lots of experiences with these products with people. We have a friend of ours who's been using it, who's been on dialysis, and they'll be back with us hopefully next week to give us an update, or the week after to give us an update. But I can tell you what their experience was. 5 years of dialysis, Shannon was basically urinating a drop or two every day or two. And he started to improve, okay? He was only doing a few drops, but he was doing that 4 times a day. And the frequency when he did that went up, but slowly the quantity did. About 3 weeks into it, it was 100 cc's of urine in a day, and then 250 cc's, and then most recently, a week ago, it was 400 cc's of urine, okay, on a daily basis. Well, like I said, they sent Joy and I a picture of Shannon holding a urinal with his pee in it, right? And that was because they wanted to show us the evidence of what he had urinated in that day. And for someone who cannot urinate, 250, 400 cc's a day is like Christmas, and that time it was in July, because that is a true gift that he was experiencing just because he was adding hydration drops to the amount of water he could drink a day. So he could only have 4 glasses of fluid a day, and that would include applesauce or anything else too. And so, his wife Sandy was putting 2 drops in every glass of water he could drink a day, and his kidney health, his numbers improved. All of the tests that they were running were the best they had been in 5 years. That's in 1 month. That's for drinking the same amount of water he was supposed to be drinking. Only thing different was adding 2 drops of hydration drops in each glass. I mean, that's why I say, you want to get out, you want to share the love, you want to share the products, and maybe save a life. Shannon's plan is to be off of dialysis by January 1st, and we're supporting him in that belief and that plan and that goal, that he will be there with that. And he's doing everything he can to do that. So we'll have him come on periodically and Sandy come on periodically to give us the update. But where he is at in a month, I mean, people out there who are on dialysis, if they could have that same result in a month, they would be absolutely thrilled and their doctors would be stunned. Okay? We've got an opportunity to see how many people we can help with all of this.